Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. If this is the first time of you coming across my video, please don't forget to share, subscribe and hit the like button. So quickly I'm going to give some examples of cheap things that rich people don't do that poor people always do. Now, I'm not a financial disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This is from my research and what I've heard rich people say from time to time. So I'm going to be looking at my notes because I have them written out. So number one is buying cheap versions of things that they use every day, because to save costs, people try to buy things, at very ridiculously cheap items that at the end of the day, in 1 to 3 weeks, it wears out. I had this experience. I went to this is not a sponsor, that I went to Next. I went to a couple of high-end stores. I bought sneakers for me. That's in 2022. I bought sneakers for me and my kids. I bought some bags. This is 2026 now. I am still using those items, and especially the sneakers. We use them a lot. I've not outgrown my own, but my first daughter has transferred her own to my second daughter, and so on and so forth. But the one I'm using, I'm still using them till today. Why? Because these items are very good items. Do you understand? But if I bought cheap version of these items, by now I would have discarded them. I tried that too. I bought some very not so good items from very not so good stores, and at the end of the day, I wasted my money because most of them got bad. I had to discard them or donate some of them. So buying cheap items, it's better to buy one good item than buying several ones that you will not use in the long run. Number two, saving money by wasting time. Some people want to, if you can afford these things, you should get them instead of wasting your money doing that. If you can afford a mechanic, if you can afford to go to the garage, to the mechanic shop, why would you bother doing your car by yourself? If you can afford a cleaning service, why would you want to stress yourself by cleaning your house 24/7 by yourself? You are saving some percentage of your amount, of your savings, of your amount, but you are wasting your time. That time you're using to do that item, you can use it to do several things. There are several things you can do with your time. You can read a book, you can contact some clients, you can follow up on emails. Delegating chores and basic things helps you. Those are some of the things that rich people don't do, that some poor people indulge in. So number three is buying something you don't need just because it's on sale. I do that a lot, but there's a here and there about it, because especially when it comes to groceries and food stuff. I have children. There are sometimes things are cheap in the grocery store. There are some sales going on. I rather buy them at a certain amount, keep them in storage, than waiting for you to go to the regular price and buy them and experience that. So this is a here and there. But example, like perishable non-perishable things like cars and clothes, things that are not needed, luxury items, because they're on promo, you buy them because they are going to go back to the sale. That is not being smart. That's not being wise. But when it comes to groceries, food stuff, and things that you are going to need in a certain time, yes, that's advisable. But not buying things you don't need at all, or maybe you are like, now I'm a bit in the big side, and that's okay. I want to go and buy some clothes at size small because I'm planning on getting slim in the next 3 months. That is not functional. That's not doable. That's not something that's advisable. Number four, trying to do expert work yourself. This cannot be over exaggerated. There are some things that you don't have expertise on. This is not your core profession. Why go through it? Your child is sick. Take the child to the hospital. Why do you want to go to the counter and buy drugs and do self-medication? You want to plan a trip that for your family. You can use a travel agent they recognize travel agents, instead of using doing it by yourself and making mistake, losing money, and go back to what you are supposed to do. So it's better to make that mistake, go through the professional and get that thing done rightly. Number five, losing dollars to save pennies. I know everybody understand what this means. Lose a dollar and saving a penny. It makes honestly no sense. I don't want to overstretch that. Staying loyal to bad association. Number six, confusing being cheap with being financially smart. Number 7, doing low value work because it only takes 5 minutes. Another number 8 is delaying decision to avoid being wrong. Everybody, these things I've mentioned, it's all interjected. That's why I don't want to expand it, but it's relatable to most of us here. All right, staying around people who normalize small thinking. Honestly, I think most of these things, because it's relatable to me, I think most people also it's relatable to them. Because a certain people, you want to be on that safe space. You don't want to overstretch yourself because you don't want to go to where the wealthy are, so you will not look different from the crowd. The idea of being different from the crowd should be your priority, because at a certain point, you begin to think like them, you begin to act like them, you begin to feel the way they think. All right. Now, playing games where there's no prize. I don't know how to. It's more like gossiping. You want to be in a certain crowd of people playing their games where there's no financial or intelligence, nothing intelligent coming from it. Do you understand? Never let bad tools or other people's options slow you down. Now, the 12th one is doubling down on sunk cost. I'm sure this is relatable to most of us, and I believe if we check within ourselves, there are some things that we need to change in our thinking methods that will help us go from the average people to a certain kind of people. It's a gradual process. These are processes we should always put in mind when we are doing certain things. Make sure you always get paid. Delayed gratification doesn't do anything for somebody. And especially this, the next video I'm going to talk about is about this commission-based jobs by real estate agent. This is all because I love real estate. Real estate is my number one go-to kind of business. But because of this real estate agent, they want you to work for free. You have to be, you have to have a degree. You have to have a car. So in UAE, for you to have a car, you have to have a valid driver's license. You have to have the license to be, but they don't want to pay. Let me not flog this. I'm going to do a video on that. That is going to be a video that I think everybody should watch. Now, the last one is refusing to change. All these things are related. Some people just listen to it like, this woman that is not wearing makeup is just giving us unsolicited advice. It's not, most of these things are not far-fetched. So most of these things are things that are happening to us on a daily basis. And I think if you listen to this and you don't decide to change, that means you like where you are in life, which is good, which is fair. I mean, that it works for you, and so that's where you want to be generally. It's fine. But if you want change, this is for people that want change in the next 6 months. All right, these are people that want to see different changes in their life, different things working for them differently. So please, like I said, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and follow me for more tips. Thank you very much. Have a good day and stay blessed.